All right. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for waiting. Yes, you enjoyed the Shemexia music, as Glazer put it. What the heck is going on, Slappy? Ave, we just waking up for work? Let me say some proper hellos. Before I get to that, just to make tonight's stream clear, I will most likely be continuing Metroid Prime 4. Need to put a solid dent in that. And honestly, I'm feeling like I'll probably play some Highgaurd towards the weekend. So kind of curious if they introduced anything new. But we're going to be talking about Highgaurd, though, because I ended up in another Luke Stevens video. And so we'll just chat a little bit about that. And I want to have a little bit of a chance to respond. Not to bury the lead, it's just a video he did on the aftermath. And so he brought up a tweet. I'll explain it later. Excuse me. Okay, Glazer, what is up? Almost first in chat. Hard to beat Brian the Brain. Brian probably off the bed soon. Neveo's back, dude. Great to see you again. Did you tell us if you were playing any games? I'm sorry. I'm always curious what Neveo's playing. It's usually hardcore WoW these days. Nightwing, same. Unique Technique, the best vocal warm-up in names on Twitch. Alaridge, g'day. Alaridge, yeah, for Highgaurd, they did make 5v5 permanent. What they said about it was there was roughly an even split over the weekend for 3v3 and 5v5. I mean, as you know, we'll see what the population does. Obviously, it's been dwindling a bit, at least on Steam concurrence. It's still in an okay situation, but it's certainly not like banging. And so, you know, in other words, I like both, but I don't want to like have one mode just be ranked sweats. I mean, if it came down to it and people are just only playing 5v5, I mean, I guess like it's reasonable. I've always, I guess, I like a bit of more, I like a little tactical feel, and but I did have some really good 5v5, so. Weebles, you know what's funny? Weeble says, is Luke still accusing me of glazing Highgaurd? Yeah, that's the exact term he used, which is why I want to respond to it. And like, look, I know why. We'll get into it, but okay, why is my camera broken on the right? I mean, I know why. Let me fix it. But yeah, like, look, it's villainizing just reporting on reviews, man. Like, I get why people think it, and it's much deeper, as we talked about, but I mean, come on. I'm definitely tired of people using me as like some Highgaurd Glazer when I never have. All you could say is I never threw it under the bus. I never, you know, hated on it because I didn't have any particular hate for it. I mean, I feel that way with a bunch of games, you know? It's, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, he's not the only one, but we'll talk about it. Let's save it. I don't even know. It's not like I know what I'm going to say about this video, but I have watched most of it, so. Man, I got a frog in my throat today. We did make it to the gym for some leg day. So that was my first leg day in like 3 weeks. Overall went well. I definitely, by the way, we got a quick ad break coming up if you get one. It's only 1 minute. You're not gonna miss much. You can always get Twitch Prime or sub if you wanna avoid that. Support streamers. But it's okay if you can't. We got drama. I don't think it's drama. Yeah, I mean, I think it's not drama at all, actually. Asmongold calling me a retard like 5 times in a row. That was a bit dramatic, and I think we expect that, but Luke's video is not particularly dramatic, but it is using me as the villain, I guess, in the story. Papaya Love a Minion says, Fran has a frog sounding princely. Go to YouTube to avoid it. Don't tell people to do that, dude. Nah, it's fine. Like, it's not gonna change things dramatically, but obviously I appreciate a little bit of support. Not that you have to change anything. I'm just saying ads do help support streamers, so try not to block them and just deal with them, you know. Plus on YouTube, you're gonna get VODs and stuff depending on your setup. And they do support ads over there. It's just they're not cooking yet. What's up, Alridge? The #1 YouTube Twitch chatter. Yeah, no, Gamer on Wheels. That was not hyperbole. It was 4 to 5 times, and like the first reaction about my whole, you gotta be pretty dumb to think this game was like Concord gameplay, and like, that's where all this started. I mean, he wasn't the first, actually, but yeah, Luke might have been the first, so it's fair, you know, that we're coming a bit more full circle now that the game's been out a week. Welcome back, Gamer on Wheels. How's everybody doing, though? Everybody chilling like villains? You got premium on YT. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't make any money on YT, so it doesn't really matter. But again, it's totally okay. But someday, you know, certainly need to. All right, I gotta get this frog out of my throat, and then we'll watch this video. I think everybody's back, though, so I say we get into it, unless anybody else has any questions. I did do a little report today. I've been trying to keep up with a little bit of more, you know, getting some trailers out there, some news. You know, I like that on my feeds, and I did a little Nintendo earnings report today. I don't know if anybody caught it, but basically, the Nintendo Switch 2 is a Mario Kart World machine. Obviously, they're selling, and it's a Pokemon machine, which none of that will surprise anybody. Is their fastest selling, how do they phrase it? It's basically their fastest selling console to date. They were very technical about the term. Sold 17 million through the end of December, Nintendo Switch 2. And they said, yeah, it's the fastest selling dedicated video platform. And I was like, wait, I haven't even had time to think it through. I'm like, wait, what is an undedicated Nintendo platform that is a piece of hardware? Like when you have multiple SKUs? Trying to think it through. Obviously there's an easy example. I'm like trying to think. Like what would be their higher number that sold more than 17 million units in like 6 months? As a video game platform, meaning this one's a dedicated video game platform. So what's a video game platform that sold faster than 17 million in 6 months? Top of my head, I don't know. The Alarmo. You wish. I mean, you could say stuff like, fitness, peripherals, but those are not video game platforms really. So I don't really know. There's probably something in there that's a caveat. Anyway. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah, let's drop the music and just get into this reaction. I got to make sure I have my cam only. We're going to get a full screen this time. There we go. It's so bright. Any hairs out of place? Yeah, a little bit there. A little bit. Okay, there we go. Better. The Wii Fitness Board is a type of platform. I mean, you're mincing words. Is it a video game platform or not? I think by platform, right, it would have to have like an OS and stuff like that. So why are there end credits running? Why, though? I'm glad we caught that one early. Anything else in this old layout? Yeah, let me make sure. So, yeah, music still works.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, my audio works. Okay, cool. So we'll get... This reminds me, actually, to do it this way. I guess I'll just go back and forth. So what is this hot button here? Yeah, that's fine. Let me see. What button is that tied to? Hold on. I got to go through my old scenes real fast. Okay, time out. I thought I had the proper... Let me change this as well real fast. Hold on. Let me check something, folks. Production stuff. I need a better just chatting layout. Oh, sorry. You guys aren't supposed to see that. What? It's in studio mode. Why is it cutting that one? God dang it. God dang it. Oh, okay. Wait, is it 4? No. No, I don't have it on a hotkey. Well, that sucks. Here, let me drag that up so I can handle it better. Production stuff, folks. Sorry. Yeah, we'll put it up there. Why not? There we go. All right. Fixed. Sort of. All right. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Some fast cuts. All right. Welcome in. What's up, Sonoma? How are we doing? Yeah, so I just want to take a look at this video here and go over it. So... All right. Yeah, the starting credits messed me up. That definitely threw me on it. Threw me off my game here. I was also thinking, I was like, wait, what am I going to say at the beginning here in case I decide to clip it out? All right. I think I know. Okay. Yeah, I have a frog in my throat as well, like I was saying. I just didn't want to be clearing my throat the whole time. One more time. Hold on. Please hold. Let me mute this. Man, I tell you what, the pneumonia is coming through real strong right now. The leftovers. What's up, Captain Mark? All right, enough keeping you waiting here. Let's get into this. All right. Get this full screen as well. Let me set it up though. Yeah, let me just start this by setting it up. is your most watched? You watch Luke all the time? Miss Piggy had a frog in her throat. Gross, dude. Man, yeah, I don't know what happened. I was like, I didn't even, it's not like I had ice cream for dinner, you know? It's like, I don't even know. One of those nights. Anyway, okay. So quickly set this up. Luke Stevens, you may have seen, he has been talking about some of my Highgaurd takes on X and Twitter and whatnot. So he has this reaction or just kind of covering my write-up of, I've been talking a lot about sort of the Steam reviews and console reviews even included, just a total write-up of how user reviews are for Highgaurd. And so this is what he says about
Highgaurd concept never made sense. Concord never really made sense. Fair Game $sign doesn't seem to have made sense. All these games.
Okay, wait, that is not the right. Okay, let's step. Oh man, that is not in the right spot. We're going to start that over again, just in case I clip it out. It's because I have hotkeys, so it switched. All right, try that one more time.
And they.
Okay. Turn it up a bit? Really? Let me check it. Okay, let's.
And they just didn't find it wanting. Now, the stupid, I'm sorry, I have to vent about this because this is like the stupidest thing I ever saw.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Forgot he said that.
Didn't find it wanting. Now.
All right, hold on. All right, let's try this again. Okay, so as you know, I've been covering Highgaurd a lot, and I wanted to cover off on Luke Stevens over on YouTube. Had covered, my Highgaurd news effectively. You know, I've been writing up user reviews and just sort of how they have been looking on Steam in particular, where you can kind of filter through a lot of reviews. And so anyway, let's just take a look at what he had to say, and then I just had some thoughts on it. So
God. And they did. And they just didn't find it wanting. Now, the stupid, I'm sorry, I have to vent about this because this is like the stupidest thing I ever saw. People started spreading around posts and doing research where they were like, hey, I did some analysis and I found that the longer people have played Highgaurd, the higher they tend to rate the game on Steam. So if you sort reviews by 5+ hours and compare it to the reviews by players who played less than 1 hour, then it's totally different. You'll see people are way more positive. Here's one of the posts. This is the same guy, ex-IGN, that was glazing Highgaurd a ton, calling people stupid
we'll talk about that.
for saying it looked mid.
All right. This is what I want to talk about the most, though. Is I understand he's just paraphrasing, but I didn't call people stupid, and I'm not glazing Highgaurd. They have turned me into the Highgaurd glazer because of, reporting on stuff this way and sort of villainizing reporting. But here, let's take a look at what he's reacting to. This is an older report, by the way, but he probably made this video days ago. I have an updated report.
Stuff like that. He said, reviewer playtime, 42.5% of players played less than 1 hour, 27% less than 2, 9% more than 4. Reviewer recommendations by playtime, 1+ hours were mixed, improved from mostly negative. 2+ hours mixed, 4+ hours mostly positive, 5+ hours very positive. And there were fewer than 100 Steam reviews that had played more than 10. Now, the reason what this is being used to describe, and I've seen articles written about this by similar people, is they're saying, okay, well, the implication is that people are acting in bad faith, that the people that are leaving negative reviews are just popping in, playing for 10 minutes, and then downvoting it and reviewing it badly because they're just haters. They didn't give the game a fair shot, right? What drives me crazy about this is that this is literally true for every game ever.
All right, so let's just stop it there and do some fact checking. So one, there is an updated article. The entire article is all about looking over user reviews. And basically, what we do, especially on social, but also on YouTube, is, people want to look at a Steam concurrent number in a snapshot, and they want to look at a Steam user page for Highgaurd and look at, it said, mostly negative. Day one, it was mostly negative. And that becomes the simple narrative. It's see, we told you this game sucks. Instead of maybe talking about the game or listening to people that played the game. And I'll talk more about that. So, before we get into the details, I will say, I'm glad that Luke is still covering it and highlighting the conversation. I'm I've said this before. I did a video about it. I'll die on this hill. And what I mean by that is like, I'm glad that people are at least discussing it, even if, frankly, these words are being misconstrued. I'm being villainized, calling me a glazer. None of this is glazing Highgaurd, just because the numbers show you that you go from, at one point it was mostly negative, to people who play it more are mostly positive. And so we're basically saying, if you listen to what he just said, the implication is that we're dismissing anyone who didn't play more than an hour. And that is not the true intent, because I actually show all those numbers in the article. It's all in there. It's just not the headline, but there is a ton of detail in the article. In fact, you can even see in this tweet, and again, this is old, I said in total, at this time, there were 7,000 positive. There's almost double that, over double that, negative. It's all right there. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not glazing anything. And so, yeah, I definitely take issue with this idea that we want to take balanced reporting on what are users saying about Highgaurd and villainize me for it. So again, I'm glad he's highlighting the conversation, but don't misconstrue my words and don't put words in my mouth. I mean, he even said it. He said, the implication is, and that's not what I'm implying at all. Well, I'll describe in detail what I'm implying, but it's basically what everybody knows. Like, I mean, if somebody's not going to play a game for an hour, that's dirty data. That doesn't mean that everything in there is bad. It just means let's create the lowest bar possible on Steam. It's like the only place you can say, did they play the game at all? And even like 1 hour is a pretty dang low bar. And so, I think there's a both sides to this that I think is very confusing when I want to elevate games discussion, right? And so the both sides is this. He's saying, you're not listening to us. We're telling you, we logged in. It's uninteresting. It's, we don't like it. I'm fine with that. Like, that's cool. There's plenty of reviews in there. They're like, dude, bad experience. It crashed. It blanked. That's a lot of user feedback, though. There's definitely reviews in there. But also, on the other side of it, are you dismissing people who like shooters, perhaps, that played it for 2 hours or 4 hours? And so now you're going to say, well, let's dismiss them, even though, again, let's remind all of this data. And again, this isn't even the newest data. I should pull it up, but it shows you all the data for you to look at. And it has negative data as part of this, right? And so, I'll pull up that report later, but I want to make one more point before we go over some of those numbers, which is we're at a really wild point in that if we say, whatever, we want smart reviewers, we want smart critics. I want to support these people on YouTube that put in the work. I want to support streamers that know games, but also the press. And, I know that the media is also under attack, and I think I'm catching flack. I know I'm catching flack just because I was at IGN. Like, come on, that's not research. But my point is, now we're going to villainize people for playing a game and reviewing it and equally dismiss those people. So again, I want to be clear. I'm not dismissing people who played less than an hour. I've showed you the amount of negative, data in here, and that's just on Steam. We'll pull up the article. I also showed you that on, both Xbox and PlayStation as part of this report. It's been at 3 out of 5 stars. And all you got to do is download it on that. There's no way to prove that they even played it. And so all I'm doing is presenting data to say, look, there's a lot of discussion about Highgaurd. So what are users saying about Highgaurd? Let's just slice through it and give you some data. I don't analyze it. I don't give you a conclusion. The numbers are just saying what they say, so why don't we pull up what some of that is so I can at least show you the latest update, which was 1 week after Highgaurd came out, right? So here, let me get this article pulled up over here. That's my article thoughts. No, we want this article, which is the latest update. So yeah, if you will, let me show you the discussion that I'm trying to have. This is the headline. My latest tweet, I can show you that too, but it pretty much led with 58% of reviews, roughly out of 23,000, says that if you've played for just at least an hour, they're positive. That's saying 60%. I think the core number at the time, if you remove the filter, was like 43% or something. Like, I forget the number. Like, it's not like dramatically different, but it creates a very low bar, right? And then I say, look, people who are over 2 hours, you're now seeing 73% of those reviews. Again, just the bare minimum 2 hours. And there's absolutely the argument to be made that I guess that's, it's going to have more fans of shooters. It's going to have people who are biased into liking the game just because they played it. But that's an unfair assessment as well, in the same way that it's an unfair assessment to say that if you didn't play an hour, that your review's not valid. And I never said that, right? Its implication is that the data is dirty. And I didn't spell it out. I don't think I have to. But if 35% of reviewers at the time of publish played less than an hour, that's just a fact. And that's really, actually, now you even know by this number, 70% of the reviews almost are accounted for in this snapshot. But again, I show you very clearly here, it's 15,000 positive reviews for Highgaurd on Steam, and it's 20,000 negative. And then I show you on PlayStation, there's 10,000 ratings. It's 3 out of 5 stars. It's also 3 out of 5 stars. I think you're seeing a trend here. That is the analysis if I were to make one, but I didn't. The analysis being pretty simple, which is like, yeah, Highgaurd is Midgard. It's very like right in the middle. It's got mixed reviews. I mean, it is the headline. Nothing is hidden. So, yeah. So again, I totally do appreciate that Luke is highlighting the conversation, but I do not appreciate putting words in my mouth, villainizing me. And I've had tons of people as well, which come into my replies. I don't care about that part, but you see like this echo chamber effect where the narrative since day one is people have just been looking at it that it's like, you are saying that people who didn't play the game for an hour don't count. That's not true because I've showed the data since day one. But again, I think it's a pretty low bar. Yeah, the implication is like it's a really low bar. And we know this for all Steam games, that an hour is the bare minimum filter, okay? I can't set it to like 45 minutes, okay? I can't assume that you spent 20 minutes in the tutorial and maybe you got in like 2 games. And even that, again, are we trying to say that reviews... Yeah, that we want reviews that are quick and, hasty. It's just like, that's not dismissive. It's just like, it's more likely that you're going to get genuine reviews if you set the bar pretty low. So with that out of the way, I'm glad that this is floating around, that it's getting the discussion. And my goal has always been not to defend Highgaurd and glaze Highgaurd. Like, I'm not glazing Highgaurd. I have long had this approach to games discussion, as many of you know, right? I have an Anthem review, you go way back, 5-6 years ago. And it talks all about Anthem's flaws. And it also talks about some of the really cool parts of it. And to this day, you have people talking about some of the javelins. And it's like, oh man, I'm sure some people are just going to laugh that I would even bring up Anthem. And again, it's not that I was like, that was my favorite game. I didn't play it for that long. I played it for like 80 hours worth and did a review, but it's just to illustrate that there are parts of games that are interesting. They're worth discussing. It's what I like most about game discussion, is that when someone's like, man, I really liked Astrobot, but it just doesn't feel like Mario. Like the friction under Mario's feet is amazing. Like the little physics details, whatever it is. I think you could pick a lot of different games, the polish of Overwatch even, love or hate. The balance since day one, I've always just been like, man, like the polish and the art and the attention to detail in Overwatch has always been amazing. That ebbs and flows in terms of how much fun you're having with it. But yeah, I think there's a lot of games that you can discuss the details, and that's what I'm all about. That's all this has ever been about. And people want to turn me into some Highgaurd Glazer just because I'm reporting on it. I will say, obviously, I continue to report on it because, I think there was so much hate that people were looking for kind of a balanced viewpoint. And again, I don't know how many times I have to say it. I'm not dismissing you if you think the trailer looks lame. I get the implication, but I never meant to do that. Even did a video that explained it further. I have a thoughts article on this that you can also see 10 hours of like review type feedback impressions where I talk about positives and negatives for Highgaurd. I'm not saying that this is the best game ever. I offered up some ideas for improvements and, stuff like that. So again, I'd love to hear from folks in chat and the comments and all that, but like, I get this is a very Fran thing. There's like, you're like, dude, this is like a lot of data and words. Most people are not going to like look into that, which is, why my headlines are simple. It's like, hey, the reviews are improving, but it's mixed. Give you a few quick details on like over 1 hour. When I first reported, it was mostly negative, and now it's mixed. Like that's just the story. I'm not telling you should go play it or that you're wrong if you did play it and you don't like it. That's all this is about, and I think we need more of that type of discussion and reporting. That's it. So, with that out of the way, we'll see if Highgaurd makes any more news in the future. I think they're gonna, look, here's actually, I'll end this on the topic that I've not gotten into. And that's the one that everybody's so focused on. Is Highgaurd a flop? Is Highgaurd successful? Are they gonna survive? Okay, I'm not gonna go into like all the predictions and details, but absolutely, the player base is not like banging. It's not a huge new free-to-play shooter. If you look at the Steam concurrence and how it did over the weekend, like we got to look at the next weekend. It'll be going into weekend number 2. I think they're going to have a lot of trouble growing. But what I will say is it's very likely that they got 1 million people to try it, maybe 2 million across all platforms. I mean, you got 50,000 reviews. I mean, that's most people do not leave a review. So we do know whether it's 500,000 people tried Highgaurd or 2 million, they certainly reached a lot of folks. The question is, of the people that are left playing, are we more in the 500,000 monthly active users? It's got to get through a month. They have an update coming out and stuff. But yeah, they're definitely in troubled waters. And that's just, completely different than, is the game any good? And I separate those discussions constantly, and we are so fixated on that. And I think that's the unsaid part, is people snapshot Steam concurrence and pretend that is a review of a game. And really all that it is it's consumer rejection at best, and even then there's small games that, have 2,000 concurrents for like years and years and years. And that doesn't make the game bad. But people want to say like, look, 95,000, way more than 95,000 people, by the way, tried it on Steam. It's another misunderstood number. Those were just live concurrents. I mean, I think hundreds of thousands of people, many hundreds of thousands on Steam tried Highgaurd. And so now you look at a number, like let's say it's averaging 7,000 live concurrents a day. That might be, I got to do my math on that, but is that like 400,000 players a month maybe across all platforms? Let me see. These are just based on like, there's some math out there you can do. Could actually be more than that in a month. The ratios, they do vary. So yeah, if you've got live concurrence at say 7,000, maybe on the low end across all platforms, you're still probably, it's hard to believe. It is, but the numbers say you might reach 1 million or 2 people a month, even at those numbers, if they can sustain them. But that may not be enough money for them to survive. So again, completely different discussion from how's Highgaurd? Do you like the movement? How's the shooting? Is this mode any good? Have they fixed the technical issues? And technical issues are also not a review of a game. And so reviewers run into that all the time, right? Reviewers will get games early and they got bugs and it's like, okay, is this going to be patched? Because other than that problem, I like it, but if you can't get past this level without it crashing, then you got yourself a big problem. So in any event, I think that's all I wanted to say about Highgaurd for now. I'm looking forward to checking it out more on the weekend, kind of seeing how it feels. Ultimately, I've always liked like Apex arenas and the Apex feel. So yeah, I enjoy the game. I got to be on comms with a team, and I have an article up called Highgaurd Thoughts 10 plus hours later, and I've made it fairly clear in there how I feel about the game. But I've certainly played more than that by now, so we'll kind of see where we go from the future. On that note, take some questions from chat maybe, if we have any. I know I've been a little bit off chat, and then I'll probably play some Metroid. Again, if you're just tuning in, we were just reacting to this video. Actually, I guess I realize, all right, I'll pause this. I realize now that I didn't really listen to more because I've already listened to quite a bit, but maybe what I should do real fast is listen to a little bit more of what he was saying, Luke Stevens, that is, over on YouTube, because I did, mostly just react to the fact that I'm being villainized for glazing Highgaurd. And that's really all this was about in trying to explain the article. But let's hear some other reactions that he had and see if there's anything else that I wanted to comment on.
I think is the technical description of what's going on here. I think is the technical description of what's going on here. If you like.
So yeah, this picked up that if he's saying and implying that the article was saying, we looked at reviews of people who played more, and of course they liked the game. And I don't know if I fully covered off on that, but I would just also bring up that, it's the same reason that you want to trust your reviews. So yeah, like, I don't know what you think of user reviews, but that's why we have critics and content creators and streamers, right? Which is, there's some irony to putting so much weight in like just a Steam number,
Like a game, you will play more of it. Shocker. If you don't like a game, you will play carry the 3 divided by 2. You'll play less of it.
Yeah, I mean, again, I appreciate him highlighting the conversation, but it's kind of over the top, feels a little condescending, because at least for me, that's not what I'm saying. He's implying that I'm saying, but he said he saw other reports. So, I can't guarantee.
Shocker, I know. If I play Highgaurd and I put 25, 30 minutes into it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just not having fun, especially being free to play. I'll download it, try it. And if I'm not liking it, I'll just uninstall it. I don't have this like need to put 2 hours into it to see if I wasted my money or anything. I'll just try it. And if I don't like it, I'll uninstall it.
And again, I don't understand the digging your heels into that stuff. Like, I'm not dismissing that. Let's say Luke did that. He didn't. He played some, I believe, more than 35 minutes. I'm not dismissing those people outright, but I'm not interested in a review from those people. It's going to take a lot of research. As I often tell people, they're like, don't listen to IGN. And I'm like, yeah, don't. You should listen to the reviewer by name. Every time people quote IGN, I'm like, who reviewed it? You really got to pay attention. That's why I actually don't love Metacritic and OpenCritic. You got to dig through the stuff because it just gets boiled down. But critics do have to play the game, and there's a point to be made there for sure.
Low barrier to entry, but low barrier to entry goes both ways. It means you can get in quickly and you can leave just as quickly, right? It's why I said that for certain games like extraction shooters, it may actually be better to have a price tag on it because it's a higher barrier to entry, but that means that people are not just going to instantaneously rage quit if they get griefed on or if they have a really bad first 1 or 2 rounds in the game where they die and lose their stuff. If they paid for it, they're less likely to give up on it because they put money up front to experience it.
Yeah, he's illustrating why you also have to be careful with free-to-play user reviews because there is no barrier to entry. I know that's not the main point he was trying to make there, but like, it's only is more of a reason to be careful to at least like, can we see if they played an hour?
Whereas, so there's a give and take. There's a pro and con for both sides of it. But in the case of something like Highgaurd, they needed people to just get in and try it, especially because they didn't really do much to explain what the game even was. So this whole thing, like, yes, it's true. The longer people play, the more they tend to like it.
And yeah, I cannot stress enough, We already covered on it, I know. That is not what I am saying here. And no, I don't appreciate putting those words in my mouth. Oh, we got a little raid. A good time to pause, perhaps. A good time to quickly pause here. Story Modders, what is up? Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for the raid again. Story Modders with the raid. We would love to have you on the podcast one of these weeks. Yeah, let me know. Can you either DM me on, I don't know if you use like X or Blue Sky or Instagram threads or what. You should be able to DM me anywhere. I'd love some details. I'm sorry, I'm a little behind on the time sometimes here. What's up, Zachy? Thank you so much for the raid. Were you guys podcasting tonight? It looks like you probably were because you got a podcast a week from now. Just to get ahead of it, if you were thinking next week, I'm in Las Vegas for the DICE Awards during that week. So but thank you so much for the raid. We were talking about Luke Stevens on YouTube. He'd covered off on some of my reporting on user reviews and Steam reviews being mixed. And so I was just responding to some of that. What's up, nerding? Let's see. Verum Dex, what up? Oh, it's Story Motors. No, we covered this last time. Yeah, I blame Greg Miller. Let's just go. Blame Greg, dude. Greg sucks. Hashtag Greg sucks. Definitely Greg's fault. Sorry, Story Motors makes way more sense. Way more sense. I'm not following you. We're going to make sure to get that done and check out some of this. But thank you for coming through. I'm going to continue reacting to this stuff. Let me know if I missed anything else, but we'll get back to it. So let's get back to the Luke Stevens video here. He was just talking about the implication that my write-up here about Highgaurd user reviews is saying if you play more, of course you'll like it more, which was entirely not the point of this. It's just showing you data. You can do as you will with it, but people really latched onto this.
So the longer people play, the more they tend to like it. That's true of literally every video game.
And again, I just really take issue with that. It's saying that it's basically saying you can't trust user reviews then, because if you play it past an hour, you shouldn't trust them, or you're dismissing those reviews. I don't know, just when like it's kind of negative, controversial title. Like I don't really know how to process that. I do understand the implication though. And that's kind of what I was getting at is like, yeah, with a user review, if they play it more, they probably do tend to like it. I still don't think 1 to 5 hours is like much of a bar though. So depends on the type of game. A free-to-play game, a shooter, I think there's some discussion to be had there. But you know what I mean? It's not literally every game under the sun. And yeah, when I go to look for a review on Steam of a user, from a user, I'll usually for any substantial game, I click it over 10. I'm just like, have you played this game? I prefer
They
myself.
broke the door! The door is broken now! Fix the door!
Oh my God. Prefer to hear that, you know?
Though the people who love Call of Duty probably have hundreds or thousands of hours in Call of Duty. The people that played Call of Duty for 15 minutes didn't like it. Does that mean their opinions are invalid? No.
No, I agree with you. But should you, or do you want reviews from anybody under the sun? And that's the question.
No, like it just doesn't. But this is like, this doubles up with another narrative that actually started by Sven from Larian, and he has since clarified his opinion and what he was trying to say. Sven.
Yeah, Sven from the Baldur's Gate 3 studios, Larian Studios, of course. Divinity as well.
And so he said, he made previous posts describing how he thought that games and game reviewers and critics should possibly be rated themselves, like with a Metacritic for reviewers. It kind of seems, I don't know, he might have like, I don't know if he's responding to somebody or if that was his.
I can explain this because I followed some of it. Yeah, he deleted the post where he was, thanks, personal trainer. I'm going to pause for a second. Thank you for the bits. Then I'll explain this. Oh man, I forgot that beeps. Thank you, personal trainer, for the bits. So,
His own quote tweet. I don't know, but
he how's that still going? Actually, what? That's weird. Huh? Very weird.
since clarified it and was trying to say, like, his point is not that I have an issue with criticism. My point is that it doesn't need to be hurtful, which I agree. All criticism should be constructive, certainly. But this kind of built on other narratives that were building up in the.
So I don't want to go over all this, but Sven basically said, like, hey, can we not crap on people's art, is basically what he was saying. But he did suggest, what if there was, and we could find the tweet is out there somewhere and recorded. But he basically was like, oh, what should we like have ratings for reviewers and their sort of trustworthiness, their level of critique? And, you know, I'm like, I don't think carte blanche, there's an easy way to do it or the right way to do it. But yeah, he deleted it because he felt it was misunderstood. And like, I actually think like the point, it's similar to why OpenCritic has verified reviewers, you know, but it would take it to another level. So I actually think there's something there, you know. I used to do a show called Mixed Reviews on IGN, where it was like a very clear and specific subset of just folks that we picked that we felt were very consistent. In other words, instead of everybody under the Metacritic sun, it would be, you know, like at the time, this was like 10 years ago, but like GameSpot and IGN and Game Informer and Eurogamer and PC Gamer and Rock Paper Shotgun or whatever it was, you know.
The aftermath of Highgaurd.
So yeah, I'm not going to get into all that detail. I don't know if there was like a lot more in here. Let me skip around a little bit and see.
It could do that.
If there's anything
Found it
else.
wanting. It wasn't good enough to shadow drop. It had plenty of problems and just can't have server issues. I was playing it on launch day. I would have to try for 5 or 6 matches before getting into one. It's not great. Like, you can't have those problems on a free-to-play launch of a game that otherwise is just not that interesting or compelling. With one game mode, you know, it just doesn't work. And so I think that there's just a fascinating disconnect between some of the game's media with, you know, people like Fran, 18 years ex-IGN, who has been trying to like glaze and buff this game up as best he can. There's a disconnect between people like him and then other people that have suggested that, you know, if you don't like Highgaurd, you're just being a hater. And then what seemed to be the vast majority of players who tried it and just found it not good enough to play. Like, it just wasn't good enough. And that's a story as old as time. You know, there's been plenty of these posts from people that have found, the same the same corpos who shilled for Concord are now shilling for Highgaurd. Who could have seen that coming?
So yeah, again, that is the core issue. Not glazing for Highgaurd, and he's looking at a Steam page number that says 43% of the reviewers are positive. And so, you know, he's looking at a number that says almost half of the audience, with just the way that Steam works, they're either okay with it or they like it, and half of them don't like it. And with that, by reporting on that, I'm somehow glazing the game. And really what I see is, and that's the thing, I don't want to trade accusatory stuff, but like, it feels like we get trapped in these echo chambers. And I can imagine, you know, producing this content very often on YouTube. You hear a lot of what your chat likes to hear. You hear sort of the majority narrative. You know what clicks. And so it's easier to just cover off on it like that. I did watch, I believe,
like some of these same people that wrote
most of this video, and like all he says is he played it, but he doesn't really give any review of it. And that's where I'm like, well, I guess he's not a reviewer reviewing the game. I mean, that's fine. Like, he may not be a reviewer and a critic in that sense. And that's sort of the point. Should we not listen to, you know, let's say I'm sure I can find you a Highgaurd reviewer that is a shooter fan. They like Apex and they spent 10 to 20 hours playing it, and they have their gripes, but they have things that they really like about it. And so what? We should just dismiss those people because, you know, the vocal audience or half the audience is really pissed off that this game is not in the genre that they want anymore, that we have a hero shooter problem. All they want to hear is that. They're like, that trailer sucked. We don't want any more hero shooters. You know, I don't like the way that it looks, and you're not going to get me to play it. I'm not going to ever take it seriously. And like that is a huge issue for these games. And Highgaurd's like right in the crosshairs. But that doesn't mean that the game is awful. And that's, I guess I didn't say it at the beginning. We have this problem where it's a 0 or 100 in trying to have a conversation about games. And so all I stand for and have stood for a quarter of a century in reviewing and covering games and stuff, it's just that it's about the details, you know? And like, even great games have things that you wish were better. And then there's just a ton of games in the middle. And I think that's like a bigger issue now more than ever, is that there's so many games in the middle. It's just easy to dismiss a game. Like Diablo 4, you know, people are like, I don't know, it was all right. I like the campaign and I dropped off, and it gets treated like, you know, whatever, it's terrible. And I don't know, I'd have to look at reviews, but you get a lot of that discussion, and it turns into this, like, which side are you on? And that's what I don't like about it. I'm not on a particular side. I have my review of it, and I'm showing you what users think. But guess what? I haven't reported it all on what critics are saying about it. But, you know, I don't know if I'll go down that road at all. I think I would want to see creators, critics, all the above, and it would take, you know, a lot of research. But that's sort of the point, is if you really are curious how Highgaurd is, what improvements it needs, et cetera, there's a lot to discuss, and you kind of got to look into it. So, all right, I think I'm done with this. Yeah, I'll double back on it maybe another day, but I think we pretty much covered off on everything in there otherwise. All right, so with that, let me know if I missed anything in chat, and then I should probably just chill, play some Metroid. So refill my water. But yeah, any questions? I know people had some thoughts in chat. Thanks to Story Motors again for the raid. Appreciate that. Sorry there was some ad breaks in there, man. That'll happen. What did I miss? Trini Steven is back. What is up? Highgaurd needs better balancing with the gun damage. Yeah, probably. I'm no expert there. I forget what I get shredded most by. At first, that shotty felt pretty rough, but I don't know anymore now. Ulrich asks, Fran, why would we listen to IGN after that infamous Arc Raiders review? Well, Ulrich, they don't have an infamous Arc Raiders review. But I know what you're talking about. They have a preview. And yes, it was a bad preview. I cannot believe it was by Jared Petty. I don't know what happened. That entire process, I told you, it was not good all around. It was also from like a tech test preview thing and not from like a beta. Yeah, probably didn't play enough, but that wasn't a review. Their review was from, I think Travis did the review. It's very different. So there you go. You know, you got to look at the review if you're wondering what they said about it in the end. Preview of an unfinished thing, was from Jared, but yeah, I mean, I watched it. It was bad. Like there wasn't much in there. It was just a mess. I don't know what happened. Scrooge says, I miss Total Biscuit for all of this and all his video game critiquing. He would have a lot to say and a lot of things since his passing. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, rest in peace, man. Ponton says, Fran, you should play like marbles on stream or something and de-stress. I'm not stressed, man. I'm emphatic. You know that about me. It's funny, I have like some really good friends that I only get to see every once in a while at these like industry events and stuff. And like the last one I saw him, it was a loud, like, you know, it was the bar scene kind of thing in a hotel lobby, but I was like screaming at him. He's like, you're okay, I get it. It's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You're a little excited. Let me see. Anything else I'm missing? Otherwise, I'll probably continue on. Like I said, get a little time with Metroid in. Ulrich, you'd be surprised at how little verified reviewer means to the general person nowadays. I think you're right that there's a generality of like, it's kind of always been that way, but it's definitely bad now of like, if you're part of the media, that there's a narrative that all of what you do is like untrustworthy, which is again, ironic that, you know, you have a bunch of people on YouTube saying you don't need to play games to review them. And so we're going to listen to them instead. No, you should look for people that take it seriously. And when they tell you what they think of games, they give you good reasons about why they feel that way. You know? Yeah, Ponton asks, you know, do people treat Yelp reviews or Amazon reviews with this much relevance? Like, I don't know why we care so much about random people's opinions. No, I mean, I definitely, consumer reviews are super valuable. I use them all the time. But yeah, like if I'm gonna go to Amazon, I'm definitely searching by like most helpful. I will look for the negative stuff too, though. And like, yeah, you gotta dig in. Because sometimes you find a product where it's just like, not enough reviews. But yeah, I definitely think there's a critical mass discussion, but you know, again, Amazon is very different, and that's where like a free-to-play game, a game period, is just so different than that experience. What a lot of people said was, the biggest thing, actually, I will point out, is that a lot of people would be like, dude, if I went and I like tried this soup or I tried this hamburger and it tastes like crap, then why would I eat anymore? Like, you're right. I wouldn't either. So I'm sure you did not have a good experience with your bowl of soup. But if I'm going to a restaurant, am I just gonna read like, let's just, I mean, again, it doesn't even equate, but like the scenario would be more like a bunch of people went to the restaurant and the fries sucked that day. And so they all had like negative reviews of the fries. And it's like, okay, well, what about the people who actually go to this restaurant? And again, it's a poor analogy. That people, it's so very different with gaming. So I don't even like to get into that side of things. I think it's silly to reduce it to that. Yeah, that I've talked a lot about it being reductive, you know? PS4, I am sorry, a little behind here. I did see that. Thank you for tier 1 subbing, 17 months. Reminder, folks, you can always find the VOD over on YouTube now on FM3 Plays, which is different than my main channel. But we'll try to get up some shorts and other clips and things like that over there. So, but yeah, it's all about the detail, you know? Something stuck in my teeth. Cryptic, some games I just buy or try. I trust the studios. I don't really care about the reviews. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of people who just don't care about reviews in the first place. That's why this whole thing is crazy. It's, again, I think Highgaurd is a lot about, or I know, the Highgaurd thing is a lot about the audience at large saying, this doesn't match our interests. We don't like the marketing. We don't like how it looks. So I don't care what it is. And then it turns into a meme with some real like hate. It is hate. So again, it doesn't, if they truly try the game and don't like it, you know, it's fine, right? Like I wouldn't dismiss their opinion, but if I read a review that's like installed it, tried the tutorial, did a round, was bored as heck, I just have no interest in that review, right? I mean, it really is that simple. It's not glazing. I'm just like, I'm not personally interested. That's not much of a review, dude. You didn't even like try the gameplay loop. Like, I think, yeah, at a minimum, you got to spend a good like 5 to 8 hours. And, you know, the haters will say like, dude, I don't need that long. You're totally out of your mind. It's not for me. And I'm like, you're right. Not trying to say that you should go play it and force feed it to yourself. Saying that I'm going to trust folks who are reviewers of anything, because I don't trust any user review. And that's the other side of this that I have not talked about. But like, I mean, yeah, I got to tell you, I trust people who have been playing Marathon Marathon. There was a post about Marathon on my Twitter. People who've been playing a lot of Apex and maybe Halo before that, and maybe they're into Valorant or whatever. Those are the people I'm very curious what they have to say about it. There's quite a few of those folks who are like, yeah, I really like the movement. We're having tons of fun, or we're having fun. That's not much of a review, but they might have some interesting things to say. But even then, that's not a match with me. I'm not a shooter nut. I'm not addicted. I'm definitely more in the drop in, drop out. I do like a little competitive play, but I like when a game feels good. And anyway, we get more into Highgaurd. I'll probably play some more this weekend. So Cat Mark says, Fran, are you buying the Marathon controller? Nah, I can't be doing that, but I wouldn't anyway. I don't really play on controller, so I wouldn't mind a nice, Marathon keyboard, but all right, let's do this. What am I gonna put up in the meantime? I guess I just need to get it set up here. Let me, just don't want to swap my screens. Hold on. Here, you can read my Nintendo Switch story in the meantime. Yeah, here you go. That's perfect. Perfect. All right, give me one sec. I'm just gonna get my Nintendo Switch set up and switch the titles and whatnot. All right, let's get back to this. Whoops-a-daisy here. Year-long virus asks, are you glazing Mario Kart because it sold 14 million in a month and Metroid Prime didn't? Well played. All right, let's get back to Metroid. Let me kill that music. Wheels, do we think we'll deal with the same drama a month from now with Marathon? Yeah, I mean, it'll be different because it wasn't at the end of the Game Awards. It'll be quite different. Plus, people have had a while to cool their jets, but I definitely think it will get a lot of drama. Let's not forget that Bungie's just fallen under constant drama. So yeah, I would absolutely expect that. Plus, it's, it's a shooter, it's an extraction shooter, et cetera, et cetera. So, dang, frog in my throat today. What is happening? All right. I think we're good to go again. What is going on? Did you just get here? You missed a very long Fran reacts to Luke Stevens because we appeared in another video today. So, but yeah, no, it was good to talk it out. But yeah, I'll have to remember. You can always catch the archive on FM3 Plays now, of course, here as well. But yeah, fun times. Hope you're doing well, Watts. I know you've been enjoying the crap out of Neo. So. Always glad to hear that. Okay, let me get back into Metroid here. think everything is working. Let's hope the volume is set correctly, and we'll get right back to it. Yeah. Doing great. Can't wait for Thursday when we can stream everything. Oh, is it still under embargo? Till Thursday? For some reason, I thought that it was out of embargo. All right. I need to turn my main monitor on for this because I was like, where is my game? Try this again. Please hold. Don't break on me. You see something. Okay. There we go. Everything working otherwise? I think so. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out tonight, folks. Yeah, again, we were talking a lot about Highgaurd and just sort of the state of things. I've just been reporting on user reviews and people going nuts, man. Oh, thanks, Jub. I appreciate that. All right, cool. Let's see. Where was I going? I need to get out of here is what I need to do. Oh, I got my double jump now. That's huge. Huge. What up, Tia Antares? Yeah, I think I'm going the other... I don't know which way I'm going, man. I still have trouble using this frickin' map. Feels inverted to me. Well, let's go this way, I guess. Oh, I had my psychic abilities on there. We've already been here. This is the track. I'm gonna guess I need to go the other way then. Hold on, let me see if I can look at the world map. I don't think so. Yeah, they don't show it on the mini-map. That doesn't really help Fran very much. All right, well, let's just... Wait, can I... Hold on. I do need to, like, if I can switch zones, which I think I can. Yeah, see, I want to zoom out more. Like, why is it... Oh, okay, well... Oh, it looks like I just need to go forward and then out. Oh, wait, though. We did not go... Okay, forward and then all the way down, maybe. I didn't make it to the bottom? Maybe I do know it. Oh, that's where I need the... Never mind. I know I need the grappling hook there. Let me see. Can I change that marker? Yeah, I'd prefer it's... Okay, wait. How do I remove the marker? No. Come on, man. Forget it. I'll remember that one. Forget it. You raged at the Fallen Order map? Yeah, I mean, it is based on Metroid, so... No surprises there. Okay, so, I mean, you gotta zoom out and then... Yeah, so, okay, I think I'm going this way, yes. This is what we're trying to do. We did get a double jump. I don't really know off the top of my head where I was trying to use the double jump, but got no spinners. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Dude, these guys pack a punch. God dang. Gonna get this psychic beam, dude. Double, double. Oh my God, dude. I really gotta start dodging these guys. I don't take them seriously enough, you know? Then I'm gonna die and be mad about it. Ah, so this is a spinner. So the question is... Now I'm curious, because I saw this. This is what Metroid's all about, so we'll see. Have I been up here yet? Oh, I had to do it anyway. Intuition. Right. Okay, let's see where we're headed here. We got a double jump and a speed bike. Personal trainer was a little behind there while I was editorializing. If you're still out there, thanks for 200 bits. I will say though, that beep, I thought I had control over it. Maybe Watts knows she's out there. I thought we could hit the mute button, and then like it didn't seem like it was working right. I think it's broken. Hello. So yeah, this would be the first like desert desert stuff. What do I do my little oh! Alright. Hold on. Let me get off this real fast. Just oh, I can't wait, there are more green crystals. I already collected them. That's why. Man, this looks barren. Like, where am I supposed to be going? It's Metroid, so I don't actually want to know, but... feel so unguided right now. Let's take a spin. Hop in. What's up with that? Okay, I can't get over this wall, but I do have double jumps, so like, it would surprise me if they... Oh, there's a ramp. I see. I get it. Oh, okay.
You found a teleporter key. Congratulations. Looks like there's 3 keys left. Up to you to decide which one to go after first.
Toggle the mini-map while driving. Really? Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like some kind of barren overworld. Okay. Trying to figure out, wait, so what is my boost? Oh, that is my boost. This is all new to me, man. I haven't done any of that. Not really interested in collecting these crystals, if I'm being honest. But you kind of got to. I think you got to. This is very... I get it's like this barren planet and all, but... we should get auto-target these, dude. Make sure I understand the green mechanic. Yeah, you collect green energy crystals and you have to... I forget why you have to get a bunch, no spoilers, but... I don't want to collect these green crystals right now, but I'm sort of just trying to explore a little and give it a chance. Oh! Dude, I almost fell to my death. I don't even know what would have happened. Probably just a simple respawn. I mean, there is the mini-map, to be fair. Actually, no. Wow. A bunch of... Wow, it's just like Uncharted. Huh. You have to, like, chart the desert? Okay. Stupid burbs. The burbs, dude. Reminds you of a Starfield planet. Rude. Well, I'm just gonna hug the edges for now then. This is way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. I'll be honest. I did not... I still don't know what to expect, so we'll see. This is way like... just nothing's happening. There's just like some crystals, so... good chance to get familiar with, just give me my boost back, is that? I think so. Yeah, you get your boost back from those. I finally got this dumb Golbat. What did it say about him? They will instinctively track objects of interest. Really? Okay, now you've got my attention. Stupid Golbat, where'd you go? Oh, he disappeared. Dumb Golbat. I was gullible. Gullible for the Golbat. No. Yeah, like, so the only reason I'm getting all the crystals now is like, if I need them, like, I don't want to like go all the way around again. I might as well do it now, you know? Okay, we found something. Okay. In the wastelands. Stone elevator that operates using psychic energy, activated by using telekinesis. Okay. Hello. Gotta get really close to it, huh? Oh, it's because I'm standing on an elevator. Okay. Ooh, this looks ominous. Pottery, dude. Find out very quickly here. Man, this game. Everything reminds me of it's funny. I do like the door designs, though. I do. Energy crystal, crystalline deposits. Already knew that. A lot of green down here. Okay. We can go under there, okay. Okay, drains. Whoa, little missile tank upgrade. Now you got my attention. This little expansion, that is. All that's down here is just like a little like Breath of the Wild style. What do they call those mini temples again? Let me out, chat. Huh. Could be. What? Why does that have... Maybe like ice beam for later or something. All right. Doesn't look like much down here. Take that missile expansion though. Oh, I see. It's just like telling us which way we want to go. Part of me's like, wait, did I miss like somewhere else down there? No, I don't think so. Probably did. It's Metroid after all. Unique technique. You gonna get us some food? What's happening? Come on, Slappy. Man, I hate doubling back for these. I'm getting slightly better on the bike though, so that's good. Let's see what the map said about this. Entrance to the source of these. Oh, shrine. They even call them shrines? What? Interesting. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, we should have been able to just shoot these things. Maybe you get an upgrade later. Oh, God. What is happening? What up with that? Let me see. Yeah, I mean, it seems like maybe there's a way to, like, wrap around and go... Oh, Chrono Tower... Fury Green, go back there. Okay. We've already been in the Volt Forge. Okay. What's up, Dimitri? How goes? What games are we gaming? Transfer pod. Durable densium. Destroying the pod will not damage its contents. Or I need something. Gonna need a super missile for that, I think. Sandshred Hub. Okay. Oh, we got wasps. My favorite, dude. Hey. Oh my God, dude. I destroyed these things. I don't think those are active. Dimitri, the game looked better yesterday. I mean, well, we're in a barren, boring desert area. But it's my first time in this area, so we'll see. I mean, it's very intentionally barren, but it really is brown, isn't it? What is this thing? Excuse me. Oh, mech part. Oh, that's what that is. Right. I don't think there's more here than that for now. Okay. Oh man, I almost had a clean 360 on that. Woo! I didn't even know I could do that. Much more satisfying once I get into that. Easily impressed right now. So yeah, what's happening is we're like, okay, find I'm not getting sick again? I hope not. I just was sneezing. Plus, you know, getting over the pneumonia there, you know, like Okay, this is too high. Funny they covered off on the double jump. They're like, yeah. Mackenzie, pipe down. Yeah, I think it wants me to go to the Chrono Tower maybe, but I'm just kind of doing the Metroid thing. I'd rather just explore and see what this is all about. Oh, come on, brother. Dude, there's another one that I missed. You kidding me? Ouch. Ouch. What? Okay, everybody relax. Here we go. Oh, I was like, did I just do a wheelie? That's interesting. Ooh. Something going on over here. Made quick work of them with the bike auto missiles. That was nice. Looks like I could jump up here. Let's take a peek.
If you're unsure where to go, you can always explore the unsurveyed areas. Have you checked out the volcano?
God dang it, Miles. You pipe down. Can I please? Dang it. I don't like that I have to go down to the crystals to get him. I wish you could just suck him up with the beam. Magnetic beam. All right, clearly we need a super missile or something. So, all right, duly noted. Well, here's the question I have. It's like, well, if I look at the map... Okay, it's not what I'm trying to do, Miles. Leave me alone. Yeah, I should leave markers. Let's see how many markers we can leave. Okay. For anything substantial where it's like, dude, I didn't remember there's like a little double jump super missile or whatever it's going to be. So I do think it would behoove us to zoom in, marker, and yeah, I guess I'm going to use the Super Metroid symbol for like... Technically, that means like suit upgrade, but for now, I guess I'm just gonna... So wait, what's that gonna look like when we're not there? Yeah, need some kind of Samus power. That's what I'm gonna use that for now. All right, maybe I should explore this later. I was hoping to run into like naturally somewhere to go. I mean, there is this huge tower, so I will be going there in one hot second. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's see what this thing's all about. What up, Shadow? Welcome back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nope. We'll not be going there. Jeez, man. Well, all right. Yeah, there's something going on over here. Why don't we take a peek? Yeah, I need to find an entrance. I'm kind of just, this is my first time on the bike, so I'm like, well, let's just see how much we can run into. I mean, it's a big area. It's pretty weird, actually, so far. It's so not much going on, you know? Oh, I'm going the wrong way? Oh, you know what? I bet you I need that double jump to get there. Dude, this is huge, dude. All right, entrance to Chrono Tower. I mean, should just go down there, huh? Yeah, I was just kind of carving the outside, though. I was like, why not? You know, you'll run into some stuff, but it has not been that much. Oh, I did want to see. I was like, wait, how many green crystals are we? I mean, it's okay. I had to tell you, I would not be looking forward to be getting a lot of that. I think it's another mech part. Maybe not. All right, we got to get somewhere, man. I don't. Well, some up this way, I guess. Hold on. All right, I'll bite. I'll go all the way to this other purple marker. I mean, it seems to me the purple markers are where we're headed. Some place I can get to, some place I cannot. Ow. Ooh. I would have just thought this would have had more music going on to it as well. Like, even for a barren desert, it's just like, ooh. Yeah, we got to come back to these anyway. Like, so it looks to me like we're going to use like super missiles to get like some huge bevy of. Oh. Yeah, this is super weird, dude. It almost feels like unfinished. The tunes are there, Shadow. It's just like, ooh. Hear it? Strange, man. I do see that little glowing thing. That's the first thing I think I've seen as a point of interest where I'm like, okay, well, that's looks interesting. It's just some metal. Yeah, Watts, I didn't look into, I heard about something going on with the Desert and Amiibo, but I don't know what it's for. I just know that people were like disappointed or something. Are you serious that it's got like a soundtrack trapped in it? You can get the music, but it's like at the end. Oh, so I don't have to use an Amiibo. What the frick is going on? That's super weird. All right, let's get inside somewhere. I mean, dude, this is like 10 minutes of weirdness right now. I mean, yeah, here we go. Getting where it hurts. I'm not gonna use my bike, dude. Get another thing coming. Can't stop me now. Yeah, I mean, I think it's still, was it Kenji Yamamoto? I don't know if he collaborated, but it should be. It sounded like it was still Kenji Yamamoto. I think that's who. Ah, crap. I need a psychic boost rail. That's not good. Yeah, basically, I think we were finding a few spots where it's for later. Well, it's damaged. Door cannot be opened. Well, there we go. Might be hope yet. Oh. That isn't true. You only get it in the amiibo. I don't know. Well, no spoilers. I mean, that's fine, but just don't spoil major stuff in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I definitely heard drama around the amiibo though, Watts. Sounds like you might only get it, yeah, that way. Oh man, come on. Energy beam or an explosive shock? Okay, well, we got the energy beam. We finally make it to a new area that I can explore? Find out. Wait, what? For wheeled vehicles, connects to the Sky Tram. Touch the hologram to operate. Grapple node. God dang. This area looks like I'm not going to be equipped. It's like a mech deliver a Skytram for wheeled vehicles. Okay. A Skytram. All right. Give me something to chew on here. Oh, we got some icicles. Location of teleporter key confirmed. I don't want the location though. I mean, this is fairly normal in Prime. This is fine because it's like you don't really, just gives you like the rough objective. Okay. Looks like the ice, what's the word I'm looking for? The ice area. Cryopod. There's not any freaking aliens in here. Bomb slot. I see you. Thanks, Shadow. Yeah, I mean, we got something to chew on here, you know? I'll take 5. Glazer. Oh wait, I better scan. Do try to scan enemies. All the other stuff though. Yeah, they really needed hierarchy for scanning. What a disaster. An ice wall. Oh, you cheeky monkey. Well, a little heat beam or something. Central sensor automatically releases if exposed to the beam's energy. Just a different type of door. I do love doors, man. This game reminds you of a Halo 1 remake, Emmy? Interesting. Wonder why. Metal corridor? Malfunctioning gate. Must be powered with the bomb slot. Oh, okay. Oh, man. Okay, we can get out this way, though. Okay. Has me wondering if I can get through. Oh. For those of you who know what I'm supposed to do right now, I know what I'm supposed to do. Don't say anything. Don't spoil it for anybody. Took me a hot second to remember all my powers. I just remembered. Not my first rodeo. Okay, cool. Easy. What up, French? I mean, the great. You can be franchised as well. No. Psychic beam. Mind powers. Nice job, Samus. Way to use your brain. Big mind powers. Spinner. What's this? Thanks, the great. I mean, Shadow. Wow, I can't read anybody's name tonight, apparently. Grapple crane control terminal. Controls the crane, which is offline. Well, I don't have a spinner. You can spin these. Oh, man. Don't tell me this is as far as I can go right now. I don't think... Nah, yeah. You need a spinner. I don't have a spinner. Alright, that's not too gravy. What's going on back there? Good morning, GDO. Alright, let's take a look at the map. Don't tell me I'm stuck in here. Dude, I can't go to this area yet, can I? I feel like I can. Don't say anything. That would be a spoiler. Even if you're like, yes, there is something you can do, you know? We're not stuck yet. Yet. How's the coffee, GDO? Can I use my psychic powers and throw the truck at the ice walls? Cold coffee? Time for a fresh one. I feel ya. I don't know, yeah, I think unless I could get that moving. No, I can't get that moving without that. I think we can't do this area yet. Possible, though. Again, don't say anything. Yeah. I think that's all she wrote for now. Womp womp. Classic. I was really hoping to get you a new area. Off we go to somewhere else, I guess. Well, so this is interesting. The desert is just like in the middle of everything, and you know, as opposed to the labyrinthian kind of style, for the most part in the past, where it's like all the areas kind of, there might be, I mean, that's not totally true. There is like a center area that can connect, but not this big. Pretty wild. So wait, let's make sure. Yeah, it is possible that there was, let's just make sure I couldn't go anywhere in here either. I feel like I went straight down that elevator. Yeah. Oh, this is grapple though. We're not gonna be doing that. Oh yeah, and this is like malfunctioning, so. This ball cannot roll up a hill. Okay, I didn't go through here yet. I don't think. Or is this where I came from? I don't think so. No, I don't think I've been here yet. Yes, I have. That is where I came from. That is most unfortunate. So it goes. Let's just make sure I can't like, nah, yeah, that's clearly, I gotta get through there with like a heat beam, so.
You should explore the areas you haven't fully surveyed yet. Have you checked out the volcano?
Yeah, no, I've not. Shut up about it already, will you? Yeah, I better just like beeline it because we need to get some real action here. No tower. I mean, I would think. Yeah, I mean, that's where it wants me to go. Get there. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am, roughly speaking. We'll pass by the tower. Yeah, we'll just cut across the map. What is the nice part about the desert? You can just sort of ride without being worried. Oh, a tree. That's where Fury Green is. Shan't be going in there yet. Dude, you can't summon the bike up here? Interesting. Surge of electricity. I don't have that yet. Mini powers are missing. Oh, now I'm seeing the waypoints a bit. That's the volcano. That's tree, that's the ice. Okay. Sort of see what's going on here. The Great, am I taking a break from Highgaurd? It's not a break from Highgaurd. It's, I started this before Highgaurd and I caught pneumonia. So, we're coming back to it. You target this thing again? They taught me this. Anti-Griever weapon developed by the Lemorn after the Great Tragedy. Yeah, I think you have to scan it to, whoop. Hey. Better give me something good. They give me nothing? What? Bogus. Ooh, what is going on down here? Little sand whales. Varmis, crustacean variant. Let's see if I can follow these. I'm gonna try to follow them. Well, they say they either mark. Let me make sure though that I understand. Track objects of interest. Yeah. Are there bike tricks? You know what's funny? I don't know yet, Nathan. I swear I did a wheelie. The Great, I can't remember. Were you playing any Highgaurd? Looks like we go through here and then we'll get to the volcano. That is where we need to go. Yeah, I mean, this marker, I think the whole time it was trying to get me to go down here, but I'm obviously, it's Metroid, man. I'm gonna explore a little bit. Dude, so many spinners. All right. All right. See if we can get up there, actually. Oh, God. Hate these stupid bugs. Dude, the wasp-type creatures are always some of the worst, man. Bees! Not the bees! Not the bees! We will not be going up there. Okay. All right, here we go. Into the mouth of the volcano. Location of teleporter key confirmed. All right, I'm liking the look of this. Okay, so many enemies to scan. Platforms? Yes. Energy gels seeping through the rock's surface. Green energy in the planet's magma is filtered out by stratum, causing it to emerge as a gel. Are these like temporary, by the way? I have no idea. We're about to find out. Probably. Ooh. Yes. Nathan, you tried 2XKO. You had a good time. Nice. Listen to that Polyphia collab. Or it might not have been Polyphia. Maybe it was just Jason and Tim, but... Oh, frack, that hurts. Swarm flyers, lighter than air, gas in its body. Good for you guys. Liquid hot magma. A leak from a lava transport pipe can be made to solidify. Dude, the lack of real-time lighting is a real letdown, man. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Switch 1 compatibility, no doubt. This looks scary. What is that scanning sound? I'm sure what you mean, Mr. Ox. It's a scanning sound. I don't mean that as a joke. I'm just curious. What are you asking? It is scanning. Vehicle ramp. Curious. Oh, you think the sound is familiar? I don't know. It's probably similar to all the Primes, which originally came out in 2002. First one, so. Maybe whatever you're referring to use something like it. Yeah, we need to get a ice beam or something. When is the music gonna hit though? For real. It's like Fury Green was really nice. Oh. Yeah, okay. Called it. Get on our bike, looks like. Come on now. Oh! It's Silex or whoever. Been thwarted by the enemy. Uh-oh. Better get your grapple beam, Samus. Well, that was rude. Okay. The Flare Pool. Volcano Heart. Got it. If only I could get there. See what we can do. Oh! Looks like we're going down there. Yeah, it does. Let's go this way instead. Well, I can't ride across that liquid hot magma. High-powered explosives. What happens if I ride my bike on the lava? Let's see what happens. Oh, I regret everything. It's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Idiot. Only one way to find out, though. All right. There's clearly a way in here. No spoilers. Let's see. Is there a route back here, perhaps? Could be. I think I just have to do something there, but... Sometimes you get some clarity going backwards through the areas, you know? Yeah. Sometimes you get a cutscene. Whoop. Didn't mean to scan that, but I'll take it. See if we can hit him with that psychic. Oh, ho, ho. All right, that's good enough. Nope. I need an ice beam stat, dude. Get some better weapons. Yay, a save. That's always a good sign. I will say I'm curious to see how the music evolves. I have higher expectations for where the music's gonna go. I mean, I like the green area overall. This is okay. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. All right, cuts metal using high arc plasmas, plasma torch. Plasma. Got a plasma beam. That help? You got no tools for the job, man. Holy pyromite. What did it say? Triggered an explosion. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that, but that'll do. Oh, snap, that hurt. Oh, what? Hey, dudes. Oh, man, what? They're everywhere. Gonna chase me? Dude, why are they everywhere? What? Look at the blast radius on that. A standing on. Demolition crane, right. Well, I don't see a way out of here right now. I think we have to come back to this room. There's another way to go. Security, you like this new Highgaurd level? I thought you would. Are you still playing it all, or? I'm gonna play some this weekend, probably. Well, pardon. Okay, time out. Dude. Man, we are just stuck right now. There's gotta be something back there, dude. Oh, check out Crimson Desert when it comes out? I mean, I would like to, but we'll see. It comes out in March. We'll also have to see, like, what's the vibe when it's coming out as well. Okay. So I can. I was like, oh, can I blow that thing up with one of these? No. I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. Samus, no. These guys need to leave me alone. Okay, we gotta recharge. We knew I missed something. Got it. Knew I missed something. All right, that's cool. I'm glad that wasn't obvious, so I'm happy about that at least. Except for these guys, they're gonna freaking kill me. Hey, man, I can't. Tis manually removable. Okay, what about these guys, though? They're gonna kill me. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Just let me save and come back. Good lord, dude. I don't have any more energy tanks left. I've burned everything. Idiots. Okie dokie. Gimme. All right, just leave him alone and just get this like ASAP. Fire chip. Chip made by the Lemorne, a Galactic Federation engineer, level 4 or higher. Can modify this ship. Dang it, Miles. Dude. Ow! Now, this is the big question, like... okay, I can get a fire beam and go back to the ice section, but I don't know what that does for me here. We'll find out. Oh, you know what? When I leave the room, probably something's gonna happen. Hey, I noticed that you got a fire chip. Maybe not. All right, let me save this just to be sure. Well, I'll bite on this radio. Let me see. Communication not available. Awesome. The thing I do not like about this radio, I don't really want to use it actually, but when you use it, it just goes like when it goes to static, like you can't just cancel out of it. Gotta sit there and, all right. My guess is something will happen when we try to leave. I don't know. That seems very odd to me to get that fire chip. Oh, maybe we meet... Oh, yeah, maybe we meet somebody else, actually. Oh, okay. Oh, noes. I'm not going to be getting back in there anytime soon. Am I supposed to? No, okay. I was like, am I supposed to go over that bridge? And then I was like, no, because I just got blocked out of it. So it must be telling me to leave and then I'm gonna get a call or whatever. Better get a call. What? Is it gonna make me go all the way back to Fury Green? Is that my marker? I think it is. Marker, remove marker. I don't think that was there for a particular reason. Thunder blocker. Oh, wait a minute. Can I just call him from here? Let me see. It's a lonely place out here. Is Samus the Bounty Hunter? All right, let me double check what this said for the fire chip. So the fire chip was found inside that plasma torch in the flare pool. Its plasma heating is triggered by amplifying kinetic energy, blah, blah, blah. So Galactic Federation Engineer level 4 or higher. Okay, let me just confirm before I go all the way back to frickin' Miles that, he is an engineer. I don't know what level he is. Yeah, I mean, he does weapons development, so... I mean, I think it... Well, we're gonna find out. I will say, this seems a little odd to me. Very open in that sense. Now, entrance to flare pool. Yeah, okay. Curious. Oh. They should have triggered that sooner. They should have triggered that sooner, dude. It's funny, because as I walked out the door, I'm like, oh, he's going to call me. And then I went over the ramp. I'm like, they're going to call me. And I was like, he's not calling me. Am I going the right way? I'm like, yes. Well, at least I was right, but... Okay. Return to base camp. I would like to do that, yes. Is straight up all the way over there. Okay. Oh yeah, you can just look at the tree. That's right. Sorry, suckers. Killing birds. Killing burbs. Dude, I don't want to jinx myself, but I cannot believe that we have not had an internet problem in the last week now. To be fair, that's happened before, but I'm pushing more bitrate and like, they actually solved the problem. Find out. Oops. I've already been here. Screwed, I'm checking out the Crimson Desert right now. Okay, this is not where I'm going. All right, we do get some sweet vibes and some greener music. And I haven't been back to this area, which is a natural thing you would have wanted to do anyway, so. It's funny, I don't even remember this device. Freaking cannon gotta launch me over there? Egg. Virus. Okay, let's see where Miles is at. I have a double jump now. Might as well grab that while I'm here. "40 missiles. All right, Miles. We need our heat chip. Let me take a note of where that was. Oh. Well, they make it really clear on the map. That's nice.
Welcome back, Samus.
Oh, hey,
What you
Miles.
found in Flare Pool? All right, what do you got?
Yeah, I don't know if I like him talking to me like that. Show me what you found.
Inside. Okay, let me analyze it. Lemoyne tech is really interesting. Oh, this is fascinating. I see. This program converts the energy that the device emits into thermal energy and highly amplifies it. If I tweak it and integrate it into your arm cannon,
Just upgrade it.
Use another new shot type.
Seems like a lot of work for that. Like, I don't mind Miles overall, but like, this seems like a lot of work to be like, you got the upgrade. That's cool. We'll see how it develops, but it just feels like he could have been like, oh, sweet. Fire chip. Nice find. I got you. And then that's it. Save yourself all the rest. It's not really developing much of a rapport with him, but yeah, we'll see how it develops. All right, this fire shots launch high heat rounds, consuming one shot ammo. So D-pad down to activate the fire shot weapon and press the R button to fire. Causes targets to briefly burn after being hit and can melt ice. Okay. Heard.
You can now use the fire shot. You can shoot projectiles with extremely high temperature. So I
Feels
bet
like he should have
targets
said that
will
before.
burn or
I don't
melt
know.
when they're shot.
Yeah, see, there's some redundancy being pushed
Find
here.
anything else,
Like,
bring it into me. I'm dying to do more experiments.
I get they're trying to develop some character here, but like, it just seems all of that wasn't annoying or anything. It just seems unnecessary. I'm like, could have made it fast and sweet. We're gonna save and then go to the fire door. All right. Looking forward to trying this thing out. It's our first major upgrade.
Burn it all down with fire shot.
It is this way. That way. My bad. Great. Jungle Grievers. So, what, you just need to use the missile? Okay, I'm sorry. Got a little loud there. We turned it up. I would have thought using that for the first time on that door would have felt a little more exciting. It was all right. Processed metals, modeled after the plant's leaf contour. What else? My name is Heaven. More than a Lemorn priest, I am one who freely commands the elements. Fire elements? Dang it, is this an electric door? It sure is. This Lemorn really didn't make it easy. All right, yeah, this is gonna be an elemental, like, lock room. Ice lock. Got it. And you gotta unlock the other locks. Yep. Its stand is installed on the rail, is movable only while pressure. Yeah, okay, I see. I think I've done this before and I forgot how to use this thing. What? No, no, scan, please. Oh, torches. Okay, I see you. Any more torches to light? I mean, it sure looks like it. Can I move that over? Is it broken? Overgrowth? Oh, interesting. Well, how am I gonna do that from here? Okay. I got you. I see it now. Curious. Okay. What is this? More fire goodies? Stone statue of a Lemorn priest. This inscription reads, when Hivin holds the three elements, the chosen one shall bear a new light of life. Increases maximum shot ammo by 10. Shot ammo. Shot ammo. Oh, metal shot capacity. Oh, interesting. Didn't realize I had a capacity. What up, Ninwinder? This was Metroid that everyone was hating on. I mean, well, if you're talking about when people previewed the demo and all that people could talk about was Miles, then yes. But outside of that, I had to stay away from reviews. So we'll see. I've only played about 6 or 7 hours or something like that. Okay. Hold on. What was this? Once it will open once all 3 devices have been linked. All right. This is for later then. This is our first little taste. Twidapia. Need all the elements to make this happen. Ninwire, how am I finding it so far? I mean, I like it, I enjoy it, but I will say it's been like, it's only been 5 or 6 hours. We'll kind of see where it goes, but the pacing feels almost like early and a bit off. I really like this area, and it's really the only area that I've been in of, well, I've been in another area, two areas, but this was like the major first area. And it was really nice to catch the vibe and explore. So I really like that. I like the music. Brings me back to the Prime vibes. But then I did another area, and it's like you got to get this tutorial about your bike and all this stuff. And it does have it had a really good boss that I liked. So we'll see. It's a bit early. I mean, I definitely enjoy it. But that's, I'm a Metroid fan, so I'm interested. And we're kind of going to see where it goes. Pipe down, Miles. I don't really remember why this is marked. Let's go give it a quick look. But yeah, I mean, I got some upgrades tonight. I didn't spend as much time as I wanted on it because I was doing a little YouTube reacts kind of thing, so... Oh, this is where I turn in the crystals. Let's see what this does for me, if anything. Got a long way to go, Samus. Need a lot more crystals than that. Green energy crystals has been successfully deposited. Okay. Crystals cause the altar to illuminate. It will grow as the sacred tree absorbs more energy. Okay. All right, yeah, let's get rid of this marker. Is this a marker, though? I can't. I don't think it is. This is just, well, no, I think I had a marker in there. That whole area was green is why I've been saying this, you know? All right, yeah, let's quickly go up, see what this door to the left is. And yeah, Ninwinder, have you ever played the Prime games? My thing is, yeah, I really like exploring the vibe and obviously, you know, an upgrade path, right? How did I miss this door, actually? Wow, that is really loud. Wait, haven't I already been in this room? I don't know if I have. Curious. In the distant past, a mass of burning rock fell from the sky to the jungles of Vuros. Once this rock, which was itself poisonous, had cooled and hardened, a small carnivorous plant took it in the poison it carried. Took in the poison it carried. Oh, yeah. Can't read, apparently. Not sure what's going on in this room. Place the mote into the playback device. Oh. Oh, this is the boss I fought. Not all Lemorn controlled power from within. Oh, I see. I was putting it in different. Oh, it's giving me different lore. All right. In a place where dark clouds never clear, endless lightning slices the sky, and the wind and rain rage, our forebears laid the foundations for the machine era. It seems to be like a preview because I already fought that boss. I don't know if I want to see this. Oh, guess I can't see everything. Oh, those are the only two that are active so far. I see. Actually, those are the two bosses I fought, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I see. Okay. D, you looked at the box art of the game. You're going to give it a negative review, Kappa? Too soon. What is up with this screaming right now? All right, we got lots more to explore here still. All right, I'm gonna go back and save it. Nope, I think I went too far. Did I? No. I don't remember going this way to get in there. I think I took a different way in. Maybe not.
Hi, Samus.
That is the way I
Welcome
came. Hey, Samus. 2004 graphics. You're rude, dude. This is definitely not 2004. This is at least 2009, dude. Come on, come correct. All right. Don't be rude. No, I mean, for real, eyes on. I mean, the game runs at a solid 60. It'll run, I believe, at a pretty solid 120, I think, if you have a Switch 2, obviously. Well, you have to, if you want that, but it's going to be different visuals. 60's fine. Yeah, it's been rock solid. It's like on that front, I mean, it feels, you know, modern. Definitely on like PlayStation 4. Yeah, I'd say, yeah. Or, you know, this is like not a PS4 Pro. It's like PS4, runs at 60, rock solid, that kind of visuals. Nothing crazy. Did I just save it? I better have saved it. No, this is the Switch 2 edition, D. I don't know about performance on Switch 1, so I just saved it. All right, cool. With that out of the way, we're going to have to save this for later. I don't want to be a total degen. It's 12:30. Not as much gaming time tonight. Again, I was kind of covering off on some more Highgaurd love, you know? People want to talk Highgaurd a week later. Not too bad. All right, let's play us out with some goodbye music, shall we? What about this? Yeah. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Personal Trainer, thanks again for the 200 biddies, I believe. Appreciate that. War Demon, speaking of which, also a couple hundred biddies, Tattoo. Thanks, everybody, for coming through. Thanks for the host, the raid. Wow, host. You know I've been streaming for a while when you say thanks for the host. Night Rider, always good seeing you. Glazer, hope you're keeping it lazy. Have a good evening. Thanks for the stream, says GDO. Thank you for dropping by. I hope your coffee is getting warmer. Your day is getting shorter and your coffee is getting warmer. Zakruta, have I followed the whole Ashes creation drama? I have not. People have been talking about it a little bit. I did not remember that is a Kickstarter campaign and it's all falling apart with like millions of dollars of like backer money. Is that what's going on? Because that sounds crazy. Which, you know, Kickstarter stuff, it can happen. I don't excuse it. I'm just like, wait, what's happening? GDO, kind of funny. Podcast was a fun listen yesterday. What were they saying about me? They said something? Steam refunds are frozen? Dude, this sounds like freaking Hamburglar stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely curious. Definitely curious. Yeah, I need to look into it more. All I saw was like the CEO was ousted. There's like the board of directors, which even then I'm like, wait a second. How is this whole thing set up? I don't know. That's what's not computing. I'm like, wait, there was a CEO, but it was a Kickstarter, which it could have been both. But then I'm like, but it's a Kickstarter, so like you'd think there'd be some separation in there, but like, I don't know. Like the game didn't come out, so I guess there was a point where they took the money? He wasn't ousted, says Zakruta. Dude, I don't know what's good. It sounds like a lot of drama. I hope that people are not going to get ripped off. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. All right. He was part of the board, but he's blaming the board. Well, you'd have to look at the details, but I mean, CEOs are part of the board, but they don't have all the control because it's a board. And so a board can always replace a CEO. So that being said, I don't know how it's structured, but also like who owned the company and the assets? Like, man, I'm just very curious. The board was 2 people, him and his husband? I don't understand. None of that makes sense. How do you have 2 people on a board and one person has more control? This all sounds very bizarre. I mean, I'm just taking it face value what you're saying. I'll have to look into it. Definitely curious. Definitely curious. Okay, appreciate everybody dropping by. Tomorrow is a Wednesday. Probably back with more of this. Again, you can always catch my stuff over on FM3 Plays on YouTube if you want for the live streams when they're happening, if you prefer it over there. But of course, the archives, and then try to get up some clips and shorts as well when we can. My main channel, we'll hit up support occasionally when we can. My last thing was a Highgaurd opinion, but it's not something I do often just due to time, and there's no money there currently, but with that, I appreciate everybody. GDO, now I'm gonna have to listen to what? It was the regular, just the Kind of Funny podcast, right? Big Face says there's only 2 names on the document. You don't need to have other names public. So Fake Face is saying maybe there was more than 2 people on the board. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta look into the details. I mean, I don't want to speculate. It sounds complicated, but sounds like a bad situation. Yeah, I know was Ashes of Creation the one that was talking a big game about shared server stuff as well? Like similar to how Starfield has like their mesh server tech that they were, not Starfield, Star Citizen. But yeah, I definitely followed a little bit of Ashes, but man, I can't play MMOs anyway, so. But feels bad if it's not gonna happen and it was looking good, we'll see. All right, folks, we'll be back with more later. I'm just gonna hit the end credits and find somebody to host. I need some rest as well, some extra rest. I did back to the gym after made it back to leg day after like 3 weeks and having pneumonia. I did make it to the gym once or twice in between somehow, I think. So like I just got over my pneumonia like a week-ish ago, maybe a week and a half. It's still kind of shaking off, so. Oh, Nick had a comic guest? Okay. Well, we'll check it out. All right, folks. With that, end credits. I'll catch you all next time. Thank you so much for joining in. See you on the flip side. Hit those live notifications. Bye.